Thank you. Mayor Kennedy, honored veterans and their families, honored guests. I am privileged to be here, asked to speak at these memorial services in Beaver Dam today. 140 years ago, we had our first Decoration Day, and that's what Memorial Day was called. And Decoration Day commemorated the lives lost by Union soldiers in the Civil War. A Civil War fought on American land of Americans against Americans. After World War I, it was recognized that we should remember all warriors lost in all American wars. And so we now celebrate Memorial Day. And in our celebration this weekend of relaxation and fun and family, we remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice to allow the rest of us to lead lives of opportunity in this land of freedom. We have a volunteer army, and our men and women in communities across Wisconsin have served in recent years. For many months, I dreaded going to the Capitol each day because I would look up to see how the flag was positioned. Too often, the flag was flown at half-mast in memory of our Wisconsin fallen. And this community has not been free from dedicating its people. Lieutenant Corporal Ryan J. Contefio, U.S. Marine Corps Reserve, 22 of Beaver Dam, died November 25, 2004 in enemy action at Al-Andar province in Iraq. Sergeant Kirk Allen Straczewski, U.S. Marine Corps, 23 of Beaver Dam, died May 19, 2003 in a canal in Iraq when he attempted to rescue the crew members of a Marine helicopter that went down in the canal. This community has named streets in memory of them. Let me quote from Memorial Day services past across this country. On my grave the rain shall fall from the eyes of a mighty nation. With tears a land hath shed, their graves should be ever green. For love of country they accepted death. Death leaves a heartache no one can heal. Love leaves a memory no one can steal. And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men and women who died, who gave that right to me. Although we honor those who died in war, our hope this day is for peace. Albert Einstein said, "We must be prepared to make heroic sacrifices for the cause of peace that we make ungrudgingly for the cause of war. There is no task that is more important but closer to my heart than the task of fighting for peace. Our sacrifices in war are meaningless and useless unless at home we fight for freedom and continue to fight for freedom, and we fight for peace. Freedom is a precious and fragile gift. It requires care. And as a member of the judicial branch of government in this country, our courts are committed to freedom. Our courts are committed to protect all of us from each other and from the government. Our courts provide that care, safeguarding our freedoms by deciding cases on the basis of the facts and law, independent of pressure from outside influences. That's the freedom our men and women are fighting for, to maintain. An independent judicial system that dispenses justice fairly, impartially, and according to the rule of law is the cornerstone of our democracy, a democracy that our men and women fight for at home and abroad. And so on this Memorial Day, we give thanks for our many freedoms. We grieve for the men and women who have lost their lives in all wars, at home and abroad. We keep them and their families in our hearts. We salute the men and women who have left their families and homes yesteryear and this year to defend those freedoms. We salute the men and women who remain in Wisconsin at their posts to preserve the rule of law and provide each person with equal protection under law. We salute the men and women who remain in Wisconsin, committed to our values as set forth in our Wisconsin and federal Constitution, including free exercise of religion, freedom of speech, protection of all people who come before the law and who are presumed innocent until proven by the law guilty. We salute all the veterans. We salute all of the citizens of our state committed to protecting our values. May the stars and stripes wave forever over the land of the free and the home of the brave. We each have much to do to protect the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm therefore honored and privileged to have been able to speak with you today on a celebration of Memorial Day for both the dead and the living. Thank you.